Hi everyone, welcome to the notes. This next video lesson, make sure you have paper and pencil out ready to copy everything that you see. Alright, so first step that we always take with these notes is we identify the name of the notes. Right? So the name of the notes are midsegments of a triangle. Midsegments of a triangle, right? So, what exactly is a midsegment, right? What are the midsegments of a triangle? So let's read. A midsegment of a triangle is a segment that connects the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. Okay, so let's identify the key words here, right? The key language that we need to know. A midsegment, we need to know what midsegment means for sure, right? Of a triangle, okay, we know it's a triangle, is a segment that connects the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. Much clearer, right? Okay, I didn't think so. All right. So check it out. Let me show you. Okay. So I have between B and C here, the exact middle is G. And I know, which is called the midpoint. And I know that's the case because they're saying that from B to G is the same as from G to C. That makes G the midpoint between B and C. All right. Now, I also have between B and D, E is the midpoint between B and D. Middle. And I know that because look, I have double dash here and double dash here. That means that from B to E is the same as from E to D. Right? That's the midpoint. Finally, this third side of the triangle, I have C to D. And I know that F is the midpoint between C and D because I have these triple dashes. That means that from D to F is the same as from F to C. Right? So what happens is that when you connect two of those middle points, if I connect G to E, something crazy happens, right? So two things happen. First thing is what happens is when I connect G to E, this segment is parallel from C to D. Parallel means that these two segments will never touch. That means that this and this one will never touch it. They go on forever and ever and ever. They will never touch. They're parallel. Okay. Same works as if I do from E to F. That means that B to C is parallel E to F. That means that B to C and E to F are parallel. They will never touch. If those two lines go on forever, they will never, ever, ever cross, intersect, right? Touch, cross, intercept, all synonyms of each other, right? Finally, I didn't mean to do that. I have G to F, and you guys can probably guess now, right? Which one is parallel? What segment is parallel? G to F. Yep. B to D, right? That means that GF and BD will never cross, will never intersect. If those two lines went on forever, they would never intersect, right? So it creates three pairs of parallel lines. But what it also creates is a crazy sick relationship between those two pairs, those three pairs of lines. Right? What it does is it's so look, it's a special relationship. Okay, so I have here between B and D. Okay, but first of all, my music is over, so let me restart it. All right, here we go. So I have between B and D. This forms a special relationship between G and F. Check it out. So from E to D, right, is a segment. Look, G to F is the same. Look at that. They're the same length. Look, this length is the same as this length. How about that? That means that this length is also the same as this length. Because look how they connect. They're the same, right? So that means that, look, that means that this bottom one has two GFs. So that means that the bottom segment, the long segment, is made out of two short segments. See, look, together, two short segments. Let's see if that works for the other ones as well. So EF is the same as BG, which is also the same as GC. It works, look at that. One short, so two longs, right, one short, two shorts make one long. I couldn't think of it. Two of these short ones, look, here's one short because it connects there. And here's the other short one because they connect there. So this whole long one here is made out of one, two of these short ones here. How about that? Right? And the same works for this one too. Look, one short one makes one short, two shorts. See? This short one here connects to that one. They're the same length. But this short one here also connects to there. So, look at that. This long one is made out of two short ones. Right? So, the thing that we come up with is this. Okay? Watch. Let me show you. 2 times the short segments, 2 times the short, is equal to the long segment. Right? 2 short ones equal 1 long one. Right? 2 short ones equal 1 long segment. Okay, let me show you again. See? This is a short. Well, this is the same length. That's 1. And this is 2. So 2 of these makes that whole thing. 2 short is equal to 1 long. Right? So that's the idea that we're going to use. This is the key here. We're going to use 2 times the short equals the long. Okay? So let's take a look here. Let's do number 1. So number 1 gives us a short and a long, right? So the short here is too big here. Let's go here. So our short here is RQ, right? So our short is equal to RQ, which is equal to 99. It says it right there. Right. Well, where is our long segment? What segment is parallel to that segment? And that's, oh my God, look at that. I can't even write straight. And that's WU or UW. That's the long. So the long is equal to UW, which we don't know what it is. All right. So let us use our 2 times the short is equal to the long. So, right, 2 times the short is equal to the long. 2 times the short is equal to the long. Well, 2 times the short is RQ is equal to the long, which is, by the way, I forgot to highlight it here, is UW, right? So, is UW. Well, let's replace what we have. How much is RQ? 2 times RQ is 99. See, RQ is 99. Is equal to UW. We don't know what UW is, so let's leave it as UW. Forgot to write the little line up here, by the way. And now, let's just do the math. Right? 2 times 99 is 198 is equal to UW. And there you go. Look at that. That's our solution right there. Right? We identified the short, we identified the long, we used 2 times the short is equal to the long, we plugged in our numbers, boom, we got our solution. We found UW. Find UW. Okay? So, let's keep that same idea for number 2 here. Okay? So first, let us identify our short and our long. So our short here is clearly SR here, right? Which I didn't mean to use that. I wanted to use this, SR. And our long here is YW or WY. Doesn't matter whatever you want to call it, right? So let us identify. So our short is equal to SR, which is equal to 4x plus 165. Our long is equal to WY, which is equal to 2x plus 138. Okay? We have our information, we have our short, we have our long. So now let us use our formula right here. 2 times the short is equal to the long. So 2 times the short is equal to the long. Well, the short is SR, so 2 times SR is equal to the long, which is WY. Right? So 2 times the short equals the long. Now let's substitute. How much is SR? Well, SR is equal to 4x plus 165. So 2 times 4x plus 165 is equal to WY. WY is 2x plus 138. 2x plus 138. Right? And look at that. That's just a regular equation problem, right? So let us distribute 2 times 4x and 2 times 165. 2 times 4x is 8x. 2 times 165 is 330. Right? So use your calculator if you need it, right? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this 2x over and I'm going to make it minus 2x. Minus 2x here. And I'm going to bring this 330 over and make it negative 330. So I'm going to make this negative 330, just like that. So this crosses out. So 8x minus 2x is 6x. Right? And 330 minus 138 is 192, I think. Yeah, 192. Negative 192. Again, remember, use your calculator for this. Okay? Use your I did it because I did it in my head, but you guys use your calculator. Okay? times the opposite of multiplying by 6 is dividing by 6. So I get x is equal to a negative divided by a positive is a negative. And 6 into 192 is 32. X is equal to negative 32. And that's exactly what they were asking for. Let's see. Solve for x. Kiddos, I have solved for x. Perfect, right? I have solved for x. But the key was identifying the short and the long, right? This is the short, this is the long, right? SRWY, 2 times the short is equal to the long. That's the key. That's the key, right? Which is right here. 2 times the short is equal to the long, right? Okay. Finally, one more example that you're going to see, right? Let's take a look here. Find the missing indicated length. Find the missing indicated length. And number 3 wants us to find BD. We need to find BD. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to identify our parts. So we're going to identify our short here, which is VW. And our long is BD, right? So let us write down exactly what we have here. So I have, here, let's do it down here. Okay, so we have our short is equal to VW, and that equals to negative 13 plus x, okay? Our long is equal to BD, and that equals to 3x minus 51. Okay? We have our short, we have our long. Now we can set up our equation with this. 2 times the short is equal to the long, right? 2 times the short is equal to the long. So let's say 2 times the short is equal to the long. So 2 times the short is VW. The long is BD. Now let's substitute our values. VW here is negative 13 plus x. 2 times negative 13 plus x is equal to BD. BD is 3x minus 51. 3x minus 51. Right? Well, just like before, this is when we distribute 2 times negative 13 and 2 times x, right? 2 times negative 13 is a negative 26. And 2 times x is a positive 2x, which is equal to 3x minus 51, right? So now I'm going to bring all my x's together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this 2x over here and make it a negative 2x. So I'm going to cross it out and make it negative 2x here. That means I got to bring this negative 51 over and make it a plus 51. Negative 51 over and make it a plus 51. So negative 26 and 51, different signs. So I got to subtract 51 minus 26 is 25. And it's a positive because 51 is bigger. And 3x minus 2x is 1x. And 1 times x, the opposite of multiplying, is dividing by 1. So we get 25 divided by 1 is 25 is equal to x. And is this my final solution, everybody? Does number 3 say solve for x? It does not, kiddos. It says find BD. Find BD. So let's go all the way back up here and let's find BD. BD is 3x minus 51. So let's do that here. BD is equal to 3x minus 51. Well, I know what x is. Look, it's actually all the way down here on the bottom. Look, x, which is 25, is right there with my squiggly line. Like I could even go, but it still is going to end up in the x, right? So I can write x as a parenthesis. So I can say 3 parentheses minus 51. Well, I know what's inside the parentheses is going to go 25. So I can write 25 here. So now 3 times 25 is 75 minus 51. So that means that BD is equal to 75 minus 51 is 24. And that, kiddos, is my final answer. That is BD. That is BD. Right? Look at that. Good job, everybody. Make sure you got everything copied down, right? Make sure you got everything copied down. But for this lesson, remember, kiddos, 2 times the short is equal to the long. 2 times the short is equal to the long, right? Identify the short, identify the long. 2 times the short equals the long, and you got this. And this right here, kiddos, is our video lesson for mid-segments of a triangle. I hope you got it. Please rewind if you need to, pause if you need to, right? But these are the kind of questions you're going to see in your worksheet. You got this. See you next time.